What's up, Pats Nation? This is DTN, host of Patriots Talk. And today we're going to be starting a brand new series called Wednesday Patriots Mock Drafts. And basically, every Wednesday, I will be doing these mock drafts just so that the Patriots have some sort of an idea of which players the Patriots need to target for 2025. So, we're going to be selecting the New England Patriots, and I've set it for 7 rounds because basically you need at least like 7 picks, 1 per round, unless that we earn some like compensatory picks. So let's get started with the draft. So we know that. So basically in these videos, we're not going to be doing some trade offers. We're just going to be doing some like regular drafting without any trade offers. So when I look at this roster of prospects, you need to think about what are you going to be doing with the 4th pick. So I'm looking at all of these prospects for the 2025 NFL draft, and I know Patriots fans want an offensive lineman, and I can understand them. But do you think it's really worth it to reach for the number 1 offensive tackle when you have the 4th overall pick? If I were Elliott Wolf or whoever's in charge of the front office, I would trade down with the pick. But because we're not going to be doing that now, in my opinion, since we see that Shedeur Sanders is going to the Titans, Cleveland Browns took Travis Hunter, and New York took Cameron Ward. Because there was recent news that Patriots have hired Terrell Williams as their next defensive coordinator, and he said that he wants players that are so violent. In my opinion, I would get the best player available left. So starting off, I would be picking Abdul Carter. And I understand you want someone like Ted McMillan, but these are mock drafts. So these picks are not going to be like, set in stone. These are just like ideas. These are just like concepts of what the Patriots are going to be doing, what is their thought process, all that. So in my opinion, I would get the best player off the board. So I'm going to start off with Abdul Carter. And we're just going to be moving forward. We're not going to be doing trade offers. So now that we have a pick at edge, I want to be looking for like, what do we need? So tight ends. I think we should get someone like a tight end because unless Austin Hooper resigns with the team, at least you need a tight end because Jaheim Bell, he's not much of a blocker. And if you get Harold Fannin, Hunter Henry could have like clear development with this guy. So I think in my mind, you should go get a tight end just in case if Austin Hooper gets picked off somewhere, just so you have a backup plan. And I know that let's take a look at the defense. So there's nothing much that I want to see on defense. So in my mind, I think we should go get Harold Fannin Jr. tight end just so that he can pair up with Hunter Henry. And the fact that Josh McDaniels is now back with the Patriots as the offensive coordinator, I know he's going to be utilizing his tight ends. And Drake May strives through tight ends. So that is going to be a huge advantage for him. So now that we got the 68 pick, let's take a look at some of the cornerbacks, shall we? So looking at the cornerbacks, they're not as good as I think. Safeties, not much. Let's take a look at the wide receiver class. Not so good in my opinion, but let's take a look at the offensive line. I want to get this guy, Gray Zabel. I don't know how to pronounce it, but currently I don't want to hit up highs. I don't want like a reach of a pick, so we're going to have to wait for later. If I look at wide receiver, let's take a look at Jalen Broyles for a second. He's one of the most talented receivers in college football, so we're not dropping him on our list despite his season-ending foot injury. So and the injury is expected to impact his pre-draft process. A star for Utah State Royals has dominated over the past 2 seasons, excelling even amid quarterback inconsistencies. At 6 foot, 205 pounds, his athleticism and ability to win every rep make him a standout prospect whose draft stock should not soar next offseason. I don't know who is the quarterback for Utah State, but now that he has Drake May is a good quarterback in my opinion. And I know that he's going to be much of a reach, but I would get him right off the board. I know you could get him for the 77 pick, but with this guy, since we do not have like a Ted McMillan now on the board, I think you should get Jalen Royals. I think he's going to be a good pick, especially that you have so many needs at wide receiver since we have like wide receiver 3s and 4s. We need someone like a wide receiver 1, but he's much of a wide receiver 2. We shall see. I should get this guy. Excuse me. So, on to the 77th pick. I know we want to get an offensive tackle, and there's not much offensive tackles left. So, let's take a look at like what else do we need? Let's take a look at this guy. No information on him yet. Special teams? No, I don't think we're going to need special teams just yet. I wouldn't get a running back that early because I know that you have good running backs. So I can't scroll down, but let's take a look at some of the other picks that we can see we can get. But I don't think that there's any good picks. I'm not getting Kyron Lacy because of his issues off the field, so I'm not getting him. Edge, maybe we can get this guy because we need more edge rushers since I do not think Keon White is an edge rusher. He's much more of a an interior defensive lineman. So I'm not going to utilize Keon White as an edge rusher. So you need another edge rusher because I don't know if Dietrich Wise is going to be back. So in my opinion, I think you're going to need another edge rusher. The fact that the other picks we want to get, they're like much of a reach. So I'm not going to get them just yet. So let's hope for the best that we get a good prospect. So I'm getting Jack Sawyer as an edge rusher. Okay. Now, let's see what we have left. Okay, so we got the guy that we wanted because we needed a left tackle. Let's take a look at Gray Zabel. I don't know much about him, but with the fact that we do not have like a Donovan Jackson, we do not have like Kelvin Bank or Will Campbell off the board, we can get this guy due to the fact that we need an offensive tackle. We know for a fact Mike Vrabel mentioned in his introductory press conference, you want to start off with the trenches. So, in my opinion, you need a left tackle. And I know for a fact that we can go off with center and guards, but that's the Bill Belichick way. He's going for guards and centers and never tackles. So, in my opinion, we should go for the safest pick. I'm picking Gray Zabel. Sorry if I mispronounced his name, but I think that we needed an offensive tackle. Okay, now let's see what else we need. We didn't pick cornerback. We didn't pick safety. Let's see what we have at cornerback and safety. Okay, all of these are reaches, so I'm not picking those. These are also reaches, so I'm not picking those. Defensive tackle. I think that we could get a defensive tackle, so I think we're going to need a defensive tackle because you need someone to support Barmore because I don't know how much the blood clots are going to impact him. So we should get like someone to support him. And I know Devon Gotcha is a good defensive tackle. I just don't think he's like much of a starter. He's more of a backup in my opinion. So I'm going to get this guy. Okay. Need to switch over. Okay, we have the 218th pick. I think that's the final pick, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, so we have 2 more picks. I'm mistaken. So let's take a look at offense, see what else we can get. Offensive tackle. No. Maybe we could get like a running back just so that we have someone to be a backup to like Ramondre Stevenson and Antonio Gibson. But this running back class is so good. So I'm picking Trevor Etienne. I know he's related to Travis Etienne, but I don't. Let's just take a look at his stats. So basically, his strengths are he has leveraged runner with low center of gravity and decent compact mass. Effortless accelerator with rocket-propelled explosiveness loaded in his lower body. Has the instant acceleration to clear early contact threats and surge to the second level. Unfortunately, his weaknesses are he doesn't have long speed, while superb, maybe a notch below the elite mark, is low average size overall and with only decent mass at best for his frame. And he doesn't have great mass, which can impact his ability to bowl through tackle attempts. So I know we need a running back, but I don't think we're going to need a running back. But I think that you need somewhat like a running back 3 because your only top 2 are Ramondre Stevenson and Antonio Gibbs. But if Gibbs is used as a running back 1 and Ramondre Stevenson is demoted to running back 2 because of his drop issues and his turnover issues last season, I think you're going to need a running back just in case, just for good measures. Okay, now with the 221th pick, let's take a look at wide receiver again. Could we also get another offensive tackle? Maybe this guy we can get for another offensive tackle. I don't know how good this guy is, but probably we need more bodies because I do not want another year of DeMonte Jacobs at right tackle and Vadarian Lowe at left tackle. You need more bodies. So I'm just randomly finding bodies, but as long as there's more information we need to find out in the Senior Bowl or the draft combine, we will see. These are not set in stone, let me remind you. These are just like concepts of what the Patriots are thinking. So let's go with Dalton Cooper. And finally, we need some cornerbacks or safeties because you need someone to support Christian Gonzalez. The fact that you do not have like a cornerback 2 unless Alex Austin is your next cornerback 2, but I think you need like a cornerback 3. I don't know if we should get like a safety because of how poorly Kyle Duggar is, and just in case if Jabril Peppers gets released because of his legal issues that happened last season. So I'm going to take a look at safeties. Let's see how good they are. We're just going to be randomly picking them. I wouldn't say randomly, but we're just getting an idea of what we desperately needed due to like the circumstances. And I don't know if we're going in free agency and get someone like DJ Reed or get someone like Cameron Byram or so let's go pick this guy just in case if we do not get like a Cameron Byram, who is the safety out of the Minnesota Vikings, or if we get DJ Reed. But size doesn't really matter. Well, size kind of does matter if you're going up against a top tier wide receiver. So I'm going to pick this guy. And there you have it, folks. Here is my list. So basically, we have a sense of idea of what the Patriots need, but this is just the first episode. We will be back every Wednesday for more mock drafts like these. And if you think this is a good mock draft, I would recommend you to like this video and make sure to subscribe for more content. And comment down below what you think about these picks. Let me tell you, those are not the picks that I really wanted, but these are just like ideas of what the Patriots desperately need. So, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure to like and subscribe, share this with your friends, and I will see you next time.